Outside is opening back up. I want you guys to be prepared and know exactly how to do your makeup when you go back to work. So that way you can, you know, slay, turn heads, break necks. Because I know you've been working out and eating good during quarantine, right? Okay, well, even if you haven't, at least your face will look good. Okay, period. Okay, y'all, do not mind my hair right now because she is deep conditioned. I actually filmed a video. I'm not sure if you guys are interested in that. If you guys are interested in how I manage my natural hair, just leave a comment down below and I will answer that for you in a video. Now, when you're going to work, you want minimal but still kind of flawless. I always emphasize in just about every makeup video on this channel the importance of prepping your skin. I've already prepped my skin with my 2 favorite products. If you are new to this channel, I highly recommend that you check out this video up here at a later time. That way you know which skincare products I recommend. I do have naturally oily skin, so just take that into consideration. Once the skin is already prepped, you will then move on to foundation, right? And for foundation for work, you don't want to use anything that is too full coverage, but you also want to find that balance to where the foundation will stay all day. And one tip that I have found which helps my foundation last longer is by powdering my primer prior to putting on my foundation. I got this trick from Inda. She is the queen of powder underneath your foundation. It's definitely going to help control excess oil if you're an oily girl like me, as well as give you just a little bit more coverage. You can use powder with a little bit of color to, you know, customize this to your particular skin tone. All of the products that I use will be listed down below in the description box. And we look at a little casket ready right now, but that's okay. I'm still making sure that I come to you guys this week with a video, whether I look crazy or not. So now that we've set that skin prep with a little bit of translucent powder, we want to move on to foundation. And for work purposes, you don't want to be, you know, that girl that's in the office full coverage beat. Like, calm down, sis. It's not that serious, I promise you. I don't know, I just don't see the reason for needing a full coverage beat at work. I would stick to something maybe like a BB cream or maybe even a medium coverage foundation. For me personally, I'm gonna take a little bit of my Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua foundation. I talked about this, I think, in my last video, how this foundation, it doesn't feel too heavy on the skin. Definitely a good investment. And since we have that powder underneath, it's going to give us just a little bit more coverage while also maintaining the wearability of this lightweight foundation. Tandy, you're telling people how to wear their makeup for work, but here you go with a nose ring. If you have facial jewelry, let's go ahead and set the record straight. Depending on the setting job that you are going to, you should totally put in some kind of clear retainer. Don't be rolling up at the corporate meeting with your nose ring in, okay? Because as women, we want people to take us serious, and let's just be honest, the world that we live in today's society, people gonna be staring at you sideways, and we want people to step to us correct because, you know, money is on the table, period. Add just a tad bit of concealer under my eye because we want to look like we actually got rest last night. Just a little bit under the eye is all you need. You don't need to go too bright with your concealer during the day at work. So I would recommend using a concealer shade that is maybe like 1 to 2 shades lighter than your complexion. I'm just gonna take that same sponge and just add a little bit of that translucent powder on top, just so that it can lock that liquid in place. Depending on the skin type you have, if you lean more towards the drier skin type, I wouldn't recommend setting your foundation with a powder because you might end up just being, you know, a dry little bitty by the end of the day. I try to focus in like my T-zone area just because I know that's where the product breaks down the quickest because of my natural oil production. Set that under eye area, because anytime we use a liquid, we want to make sure that we are setting it with powder. So we're already giving, you know, nice my skin but better vibes, right? Now we're gonna move on to eyebrows. If I was going to a corporate setting, I would say that if you have sparse brows like me and you're pressed for time, I would make sure that I spend the most of the time on my makeup doing my brows. Simply because, again, if you have sparse brows like me, it's gonna take you longer to get your brows looking decent. If I don't have 15 minutes to do my makeup, honey, I'm spending as much time as I can on my brows. Let's say I only have 5 minutes. Well, guess what? I'm gonna have a little bit of blush, a little brow, and be on my way. Just filling in small strokes and then blending it out with the spoolie. Okay. Boom. We gotta add some color to the face, okay? We can't be looking flat like this. I highly recommend using a bronzer. A bronzer is going to add back in that warmth to the skin. A little bit of bronzer on the forehead. Add some on the cheeks. Do you see that? We already got a little bit of cheek action going. And you guys, I would highly recommend adding some bronzer to the middle of your nose. And normally I would be a little bit more precise with this, but again, we're pressed for time. We're trying to go to work. We gotta get to the money. You never wanna neglect that area, because when you are naturally out in the sun, you don't just get sun-kissed on the outside perimeter of your face. You also get sun-kissed right here. So you wanna make sure that you add that balance back. Next, this step is optional. Add a little bit more color to the skin, as well as a little bit of a soft like highlight. We'll take a fluffy brush and dip into any kind of shimmery blush color, and the one that I'm using is by BECCA Cosmetics. It's called Bronzed Amber. It looks like this, and I just put that on the cheeks. Focus it right in this area. I'll even take a little bit on the temple and over my forehead just to balance it out. And you see how now we have like a little bit more color to the skin. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and just buff that out. You don't want any kind of harsh lines. And you see, this is a very messy look. Like, there's no kind of precision to this at all. You don't need any kind of detail brush or anything like that. And dip into that bronzer and add a little bit into your eye. This is totally optional as well. And then we're almost finished, you guys. Take a setting spray of your choice. This right here is my own special concoction. Shh, it's my little secret. So just shake that up. You don't want to look all powdery all over, you know? You want it to really settle into the skin. Boom. That is already looking really pretty. I stand. Add a little bit of mascara. I like to prime my lids first with mascara. You totally don't have to do this. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna do that today. We're pressed for time, right? The hell with that. Add a little bit of mascara. These are the finishing touches. You can totally add lashes if you want to, but I mean, I would go for something a little bit more on the natural side. Let me show you the difference. Two different lashes here, right? Do you see how these are a little bit more on the natural side? Whereas you got these Baddie B lashes, and yeah, she's very long, very wispy, not natural at all. So it's totally up to you whether you want to invest the time in putting on lashes or not. I would say you could go either or. But next I would move into maybe doing like a tinted lip balm, something that still is going to keep your lips nice and moisturized throughout the day. Or maybe like a lip oil. You want something that's going to be totally hydrating on your lips while you're at work. I am going to use a little bit of a lip oil. And if you want to add a little bit more color, you can totally use a lip liner with this, or not, like how I have it. And yeah, that completes this look. Totally easy to obtain. There you have it, you guys. As you can see, this is the completed look. minus the hair. Do something with your hair. Don't be walking to work like this, okay? Because you will get stared at, period, okay? Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. It lets me know whether or not to keep making videos like this. It lets me know if you guys enjoyed it or not. If you found this video helpful, share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified of my future uploads. I hope to see you soon. Bye.